Hi, so in this video I'm going to go over how to add a cursillo, how to add a cursillo to your weekend archives, as well as adding a future cursillo that will appear as an upcoming event. So I'm here on my weekend archives page, and I have this one in here already as kind of a placeholder, and you'll see the subpages here. I know there's a few more subpages that I haven't set up yet, but you get the idea. So I'm starting here on my dashboard, and I'm going to go here to Pages, and I'll see this 123rd men's cursillo as a page, and then we have these subpages. So when we add more subpages, we'll just make the parent whatever the cursillo name is. So if I want to make a new cursillo, I could just say add new page, but it's probably going to follow a lot of the same format as the last one. So I'm going to choose this one and click duplicate. And the one I'm basing this off of is now the 122nd men's cursillo. So I'm going to say 22nd men's cursillo, and this was April 7th through 10th at Missionhurst. Just make that the same line. Got our little quote here. And now I have this big table here of their different names. This is not in a table. You could go through and replace all these names. I'm hoping they're mostly the same. It doesn't look like they are. So you could either edit this table, or you could click in the table and say delete table, and then just grab this entire page here. This is probably the quicker way to do it. So now I have my whole list here, and I think we're good. Again, you can choose from a template, and we're not going to have a parent for this one because it's a root cursillo. So there we go. I'm going to click publish. Now I'm going to come back here to my pages list, and now I see my 122nd and 123rd. Now let's say I wanted to add the closing page, so I would duplicate that one. And now on my duplicate, instead of the parent being the 123rd men's cursillo, I'm going to make it the 122nd. And I'm going to actually leave just page content the same. Click publish. So now I have a cursillo with a subpage. I could go through and add all the other subpages, but we'll just use this as an example. So now I want to add it to, this one was in the past, I want to add it to my weekend archives page, which is really a very simple page. It's all the way at the end of the list. Let me find my weekend archives page. I see I already have this one in here. So I'm going to call this one 122nd men's cursillo. Let me paste in that date. And then I'm going to highlight this text, click this little link up here, and then sometimes this is minimized. You have to click that little arrow, and now we're going to find the appropriate page, just the home page for the cursillo. Click add link, and let's click update. Coming back here to my weekend archives, now I have this 122nd. I'm going to click on it, and now you'll see here's all the stuff I added. Here's my subpage of closing. Obviously an actual one would have many more subpages. So that's how you would add a past cursillo. To add it to this event list, we can pretend like this event is actually in the future, just so I don't have to create a new cursillo. But I'm going to go here under events. I'm going to click add new, and I'm calling this one 122nd men's cursillo. This let's say it's 13th through the 16th, just as an example. We don't have any times. We can put in the location, which was I don't see. It's at Missionhurst, so I'm just going to put that in as the name. One thing that's important to note here is that when you add an event, you really only can make it a one-page event. So the reason we have to handle the cursillos differently is because they're a series of pages. So what you have to do, all the way at the bottom here, it says external link. If this is filled in, the link will point to this URL instead of a standard event page. So coming here to my 122nd men's cursillo, I'm going to grab this link up here, the entire address, and I'm going to add that as my external link for the event. So instead of linking to a normal event page, it's now going to link to, what sometimes would be an external page, but we're just linking it to another page on our site. And just one thing I forgot to check, status, we want to make this public. And so I'm going to click submit. And so now we see it here, our 122nd coming up on the 13th. And if I refresh my page here, I see this as a next upcoming event. You will notice that now there's no description field here. So if I wanted to add something there, I'm going to click here on the events. I'm going to go down here to my details page and just add some more information about this cursillo. Let's say it's let's just add the Missionhurst here. So I added Missionhurst, and just looking for something else I can add quickly. Oh, I'm just going to grab this piece of text here to add just for a placeholder and click submit. Come back here and refresh. And now you'll see there's a couple lines of text here that just makes it look a little nicer. If I click on 122nd men's cursillo, it's going to take me to my cursillo page, and it's not going to show me that this short description I just put in. So when I just put it in that details section just so that there's something to fill up here, even though I know it won't actually be shown on my event page. So that is how you add a cursillo, how you add it as a future event, as well as how you add it to your weekend archives page.